Welcome to Testify. Today we deliver a Bible study on the book of James. Let's get started. James, the son of Zebedee, was the half-brother of Jesus who wrote the book of James to Jewish believers to encourage them to endure and live bold Christian lives. James is a book about practical Christian living that reflects a genuine faith that transforms lives. In chapter 1, James teaches that testing of their faith brings endurance and that we should count it all joy when we experience various trials. We as believers will go through various trials and tribulations, but we should endure and lack nothing. He reminds us that when we persevere under trials, we shall receive the crown of life. James also says that we should be not only hearers of the word but also be doers of the word. We should not doubt or be double-minded when asking the Lord for anything, for if we doubt, we won't receive, for every perfect gift comes from above, from the Father of light. James encourages believers to put their faith into action, and to be servants of Jesus Christ. James also speaks about anger and how we should be quick to hear, slow to speak and slow to anger, for anger does not receive the righteousness of God. Chapters 2-3, James speaks about the sin of partiality. Partiality is favoritism. When someone walks into your church who dresses well and is wealthy, he should not be treated any different from that of a poor man. You should not draw a distinction between those who are rich and poor, as the rich should not be treated better than the poor. For God himself chose the poor amongst the rich, to be rich and heirs of his kingdom. Partiality is nothing but a sin. James describes the relationship between faith and works. He teaches that a person of faith without works demonstrates useless faith. What good is a person's faith if they don't present it to the world? A believer's good works are evidence of their faith in Jesus Christ. He also teaches that everyone is a sinner, and that if one of the 10 commandments are broken, then that person is guilty of breaking every one of them. In chapter 3, James speaks about the tongue. A tongue is fire and it's full of deadly poison, it defiles the whole body as small as it is. We should think about what comes out of our mouth before we say them. James speaks about jealousy and selfish ambition, and how this type of behavior is demonic and not from God, because wisdom from above is perfect, pure, reasonable, and full of mercy. In chapters 4-5, James gives wise instruction to believers. He said, "Submit to God, resist the devil and he will flee from you." A faithful believer will desire to follow hard after God in service, obedience, and prayer. In the last chapter, James stresses the weight and magnitude of prayer for every believer. He uses the word prayer 7 times, signifying its importance. He warns to avoid sexual immorality, murder, envy, quarrels, adultery, and jealousy. When we ask God and we don't receive, it's because we ask with wrong motives. James 4, verse 7-8, "Therefore submit to God, resist the devil and he will flee from you, draw near to God and he will draw near to you." James is a small book but packed with powerful meaning, and a book that teaches us how to put our faith into practice. I hope you enjoyed this Bible study as much as we did. Thank you for listening and learning.